Welcome to Central Valley Business. I'm your host, Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Kerry Rivas. And Kerry, you're here to talk about Donovan's disease.
I am, yes.
Let's give me a brief, real quick, what it is, and then we'll talk about the upcoming fundraiser.
Okay, it's a connective tissue disease.
Okay.
It affects the whole body. Your whole body is made up of connective tissue,
Right.
so your bones, your ligaments, your organs, everything. And there's this disease is called Fritz-Goldberg syndrome. The reason why I say Donovan's disease is because initially when we started doing fundraising to get my son back to for medical treatment, there was no name.
Mm-hmm.
We have now since received a name for it, but there's only 50 cases worldwide.
That's not a real, that's kind of like one of those things they call an orphan disease, isn't it?
Yes.
Leaves you kind of on the outside of the medical industry, pharmaceuticals and everything. You really
Right.
got to struggle, don't you?
Yes. In
Okay.
fact, his cardiologist personally called me a couple weeks ago and was just elated by my efforts and my willingness to work with them and educate them on this disease because they're learning from us.
Right. We have a picture up here, and was that him that we were looking
Yeah.
at?
So at age 2, he had to have major head surgery because his head stopped growing.
Okay.
It's part of the disease.
And you've got a lot of medical bills, and not only in the past but ongoing in the future, don't you?
Correct.
So what do we got going? We've got an organization for fundraising,
Correct.
and we're doing a fundraising event
We are May 6th at North Point Community Church.
May 6th at North Point,
Community Church.
and where's that at?
That's on Herndon and Milburn.
Herndon and Milburn. Okay.
And we're having a comedian. Her name is Kerry Rivas.
All right.
It's $12 entry fee. It's called a Night of Sweet Laughter. We're going to be providing desserts. We'll have a 50-50 raffle, a silent auction. We've had generous donations from Disneyland. We have 4 one-day park hopper passes.
Ooh, you got some good stuff.
Yeah, and the range donated a $200 gift certificate.
How can I buy tickets in advance?
You'll need to go to his website,
Which is?
donovansdisease.com.
Okay.
And if you go to the icon that says fundraising, you can go there directly to purchase your tickets.
Okay, and it's important, okay, we got that image up there. It's important. This is a powerful, powerful fundraiser for a very powerful young man who's gone through a lot and is going to be going through a lot more, but he's got some incredible, listen, Kerry, there's a lot of people that have children that have various issues that, they're loving parents and stuff, but they get so overwhelmed. They get kind of behind. It's like they never catch up. To be so proactive is, it's a great thing, and to do this, you're educating the world. Obviously, you're educating the medical, some in the medical profession,
Yes.
and that's good. But it takes energy to move it forward, and some of that energy has to come in the form of money, and money comes through fundraisers.
Correct.
And so you've had people like Disneyland, and who else has donated?
The Range, Kenmore Jewelers, MB2 Raceway, Central Distributing. I have so many. Honestly, I can't remember them all at this moment.
All these things, and they're going to be available for people during the
Right.
silent auction.
Yes.
They're going to be raffles also.
There's going to be a 50-50 raffle.
50-50 raffle.
Right.
Okay. And when is this again?
It's going to be May 6th
At what time?
at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Okay.
And we're going to have a food truck out there, Bravo Bites.
Okay.
And we'll also have Kona Ice out there. So some people may be coming directly from work, so they'll have an opportunity to grab a bite to eat, as well as get a dessert afterwards.
And dessert afterwards. And it really is, as you're trying to put this together, because you're not a large organization, it really is important that you can get at least some idea of the volume that you're going to be providing for, right?
Right.
So that means that your early ticket purchases, get this, your early ticket are very important, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I need to know how much desserts to buy. I'm a one-man show or a one-woman show right now currently, so my budget is very small.
All right.
So I need to know how much desserts to purchase so that everyone has wonderful desserts
What
to
kind
enjoy.
of desserts are we going to have?
We're going to have cupcakes and eclairs and cookies and some treats on the table. I'm not going to I'm not going to say
That's
that.
some good stuff.
Yeah, my
Excellent.
treats on the table are a surprise.
All right. That sounds good. Before we wrap this up, Kerry, Donovan's disease, this connective tissue disease, and there's only 50, you said there's only about 50 diagnosed cases
Correct.
in the world currently.
Correct.
You know, for someone a parent that has a child that, is developing symptoms of, how do they go about, what was the journey to find out? Where do you go? What do you do?
It was a long journey. I'm not even going to lie. We noticed at 4 months there was issues, but it took us to age of 6 to get a diagnosis. I just kept taking him to the doctors and asking and pushing, and finally I found a geneticist that tested him for various things, but everything came back negative. And she encouraged me to look outside of California at some where that specializes in connective tissue disease, and I found Johns Hopkins. So I did a fundraiser to get my son and I back there. And it's expensive. I mean, people don't realize that when you have an ill child or an ill family member, just because you have insurance doesn't mean that you're covered.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, travel, he just had major surgery in August, and the stay at Children's Hospital, for me just to eat alone for the week I was there was like $100. You know?
Yeah.
It adds up. And when we have to go out of town to Stanford because he has a heart issue, it costs money. It's not cheap, and insurance doesn't pay for your gas travel or your hotel stay.
Let me ask you, as you're going through this, are there things that are coming from this that go into the general information thing that for the medical profession? I mean, are they also learning things as they're working with Donovan, or
They are.
Okay.
They are, and that's, like I said, his cardiologist was very grateful. Very grateful that I'm willing to do this and I'm willing to bring. So that's my whole goal along with this foundation, is to start educating the public and doctors.
All right. Well, very good. Once more, we got a fundraiser. Date, May 6th. Location.
North Point Community Church.
And we can get tickets in advance at?
www.donovansdisease.com.
Do we have a Facebook page? Not really.
Yeah, if you Google Donovan's disease, I think it should come up.
Okay. So that's it. It's important. Get your tickets. Get them early. There's a lot of good stuff. Kerry, it's nice having you on the show again today.
Thank you.
Good luck. Have a great fundraiser.
Great. Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate it.
We'll see you when we come back.